Hello everyone. We are the Stock Up Finance team, a group of finance experts who have extensive industry experience and excel in the field of financial management and investing. We are here to help you with the fundamental analysis of the stocks and make the right investment choices, and also guide you in the understanding of financial concepts so that you are self-reliant in finance. Now, these are definitely some difficult and uncertain times that the economy and the companies are facing. These are the times where certain companies will either lose a lot of their value for the shareholders or make some shareholders very rich if the right investment choices are made. Hence, choosing and investing in quality businesses becomes the most important, and we expect them to come out shining after the downturn and give us some very good returns. One such company that we are going to analyze today is one of the best stocks in the Indian industrial sector, the Larsen and Toubro. Yes, the number one and India's largest ENC company with no real competition given its breadth and scale of its offerings. We assign this company a price target of minimum 1200 rupees and which offers an upside of close to 30% around about. And before I further go into the details of why we came up with this growth, I would just ask you to press the subscribe button if you like the video. Thank you. Its businesses include a wide range from heavy engineering, EPC contracts in hydrocarbon, processed metals, and cement to construction and ownership of infrastructure assets. L&T also manufactures power equipment and other industrial machinery. It also has financial and IT services businesses. Internationally, the company has a very strong presence in the Middle East and North Africa markets as well. Now, there are four main levers based on which we think that the company will reach such 1200 levels of price target. Of those, the first one is a very strong and robust order pipeline. No doubt, the new orders had decreased during the lockdown, but as at the end of June 21, the prospective order pipeline is an encouraging 6.3 lakh crore rupees for the rest of the year 2020, suggesting a huge pickup is expected in the second half of the year. Currently, the domestic order backlog, which is around 2.3 trillion rupees, comprises about 80% of it from the state, the central government, and the public sector undertakings or the PSUs, highlighting that the company faces a very low cancellation and receivables risk. Hence, its prospect of getting orders, continuing business seems a very strong factor in its company's valuation. For the second factor, that is the labor availability. Now, the company has reached 190,000 at the end of July, which has reached the normal levels, and hence company faces no labor shortages as such. So, there are no challenges that are faced by the company on the project execution side. The third lever is the well-managed cash position and the working capital requirements. And this is my favorite here because just look at those cash numbers. Loaded with cash, the company has 20,000 crore rupees of cash on a standalone business, and an additional 10,000 crore is expected from the close of the sale of its business in ENA business. Additionally, the company has ample cash to meet any working capital obligations, and it is entirely capable of handling any surprises in the near future. The fourth pillar is the earning per share, and we expect that the earning per share will improve in FY22 despite taking a hit in 21, and it will reach 72 rupees per share in FY20, which is an expectation after the downfall that we will see in 2021. The margins, obviously COVID-19 has had a drag on the margins due to unexpected overheads, and this has led the company to focus on their cost savings as well, and has taken many initiatives in return, like lower travel cost, commodity prices are less, etc. Now, These measures taken could stick for a while in the business as usual phase in FY22, and the company would enjoy the benefit of these measures in the post-COVID era. ROE at present is 18%, as in on track of improvement of versus 15% in FY20. Overall, I would say we believe L&T's diversified business exposure and robust order backlog is helping company navigate this ongoing challenging period better than other companies. L&T's exposure to service businesses, particularly the IT business, provide a counter-cyclical buffer to navigate capex cycles. We also like L&T for its exposure to early cyclical government expenditure, diversified capabilities, and balance sheet strength. Even in FY21, quarter 1, L&T managed to post a positive operating cash flow. While we have kept our PE multiple for the core business unchanged at 18.4, the increase in share price of listed subsidiaries led to a 4%, close to 4% increase in a target price to around about 1200 rupees. So that's all for today, and we will come back with such more fundamental analysis on companies and many more informational videos on the financial concepts. Keep following us, and thank you for watching our video.